Hi, I'm Daniel with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at, I'm going to show you how to install the Rhino-Rack Vortex roof rack for raised rails on our 2015 Nissan Rogue. Nissan Rogues are great compact SUVs, and you can do a lot with them. You can go on family trips, but space is always an issue, so having a trim model that has these raised rails is going to be a great idea because it's going to allow you to have your roof rack system up here, so you can have cargo boxes, bike racks, or even kayak carriers. Your Nissan raised rails will have mounting holes for the factory rail system. Now you can get that from your dealer, but getting an aftermarket like this is going to be a really great idea because it's more versatile. You can widen the gap or narrow it for a variety of different accessories. So for instance, a kayak carrier, you may want a wider spread, and then a bike rack, you may want a narrower spread. Now I'll take the end cap off so you can get a closer look at the rail's internals. As you can see, it's built really sturdy. I'll give it a shake here. As you can see, that's not moving at all, so you're gonna have nothing to worry about when you have your accessory on top of this rail system. Now this is compatible with T-slot accessories or clamp-on accessories. Now the T-slot will just slide in this top section here. Now you will have to cut this weather stripping around your accessory. I'll put this cap back on, lock it in place with the tool that comes in the kit. Now, these are plastic cores that will come in the kit, but you can upgrade these to a metal core that have a kite-like with all four corners. This roof rack system is made out of a sturdy aluminum, so you're not gonna have to worry about this rusting, especially if you leave it on top of your vehicle all the time. Now I'll go ahead and get you a couple measurements that might be useful to you. So from the top of your roof to the bottom of the rail here, it's gonna be about 1.75 inches. So that's not a whole lot of room, so I definitely measure your clamp-on accessories and make sure those can fit, especially if you're clamping those on in the center of your roof. Now the next measurement is gonna be from the top of the rail to the top of your Rhino rack. And that's gonna be about 2 inches, so that measurement's good to know. If you know the height of your accessory, like a cargo box, you can add that measurement and make sure you can pull in and out of your garage safely. Especially, it would be really nice if you can load it in your garage and pull right out when you're going on vacation. Now with all that being said, the biggest pain point with this Rhino rack is the vortex stripping on top that you have to trim. So if you have multiple accessories you want to use with this, it's kind of a pain to trim for one and then you don't have enough for the next. And if you have clamp-on accessories, this is going to work perfectly fine. It's got ridges up here, which is really nice. But if you've got multiple accessories, you may want to check out our Yakima roof racks or even our Malone. Now the Malone's a more budget-friendly option, but the weather stripping on top just sinks in, so you don't have to cut that at all. Now it won't have weather stripping on the bottom, so you may experience some whistling with that. If you have any further questions about if your accessory is going to fit with this or if this is going to fit correct on your vehicle, then feel free to reach out. We'd love to help you out. Now, if you're ready to get this installed, follow along and I'll walk you through it. We went ahead and already installed the front cross rail, and now I'll go ahead and show you how to install the rear. First off, I'm going to take the end cap off. Use this device to unlock it and get this set to the side. Now on our tower here, I'm going to flip this around so you can see, there's going to be a piece that slides inside of this piece when it tightens. You want to make sure that's not in there when you're putting this on. Now I'll slide this into our track. And you just want to do that on both sides, and then we can lift it onto our vehicle. All right, now I'll just get this on either side. And now this is the point where you want to measure to get these to be equidistant from each other. Now you want to measure your accessory and make sure you know where the T-slots are on that to get your distance. For the front one, all I did was I measured from a like point on either side to make sure it's perpendicular to the vehicle. And now I will measure this back one and get this in place. So I'm just going to measure from the center of the T-slot to the center of the T-slot on the rear. I'm just going to scoot this to where I need it on both sides. And that looks pretty good. Once you've done that, you want to measure the overhang. So I'll just get a measurement from the tower to the end here. And I want to make sure that's the same on the other side. Now your kit comes with this tool and it has an Allen head attachment. And it's really cool because it actually will tell you when this is torqued down. It'll make a clicking noise. But like I said, you don't want to tighten one side too tight right off the bat. So I'm going to get this side a little bit snug, and then I'll go back and forth until it's completely tight. And once you hear that click, you know it's torqued down, and make sure you do that on all 4 of your rails. Now your kit does come with these plastic inserts, and they have a measuring tape on there. These are really just for wind noise, so it doesn't make a whistling noise in there. But now's a good time to slide these in all the way, and you can just trim the excess with a knife or a pair of scissors, and then you're good to go, except there is going to be a spot on the other side for more of the weather stripping. Now the easiest way to do this is to take this back off once you have that front one in, because you have that distance already, and then get that rear one installed. You can install it while it's on here, it's just a little easier. So now we'll just put our end cap on, and I'll lock it in place with the tool that comes in the kit. And that was a look at the Rhino Rack Vortex Roof Rack on our 2015 Nissan Rogue. Thanks for watching.